Tonight, 12 News has confirmed the death of a teen girl on the Fort Apache Indian Reservation is now being investigated as a homicide. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. The remains of 16-year-old Chalistea Collet were found near the community of Knott's Landing in White River, about 180 miles northeast of Phoenix. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is here in studio with the latest developments in this investigation. Gabby?
Well, Mark Caribe, Chalistea Collet's remains were first discovered 1 week ago today, but we've learned she had been missing since at least the week prior. Tonight, what happened to her remains a mystery. Outgoing, funny, and goofy are the words family uses to describe 16-year-old Chalistea Collet, or Tia, as many knew her. Tia was the baby of her family, the youngest of 6 brothers and 6 sisters. She was creative and loved being outdoors. In October, Tia left home for a friend's house and never returned. Her family filed a missing person report, and on November 3rd, her remains were found less than 1 mile away from her home in White River. Tia's shoes, clothes, and jewelry confirmed it was her. The Bureau of Indian Affairs Fort Apache Agency and White Mountain Apache Tribal Police are investigating Tia's death as a homicide and searched the area her body was found last weekend. The agencies tell 12 News in a statement they want to bring closure to Tia's family and justice to those responsible.
Not again. Just not again. We're not here again. Like, did we not learn anything?
Rhonda DeCure, the founder of Missing in America Network, sees cases like Tia's daily. She's calling on legislators and law enforcement leaders to come up with better ways to let communities know when a child is missing.
I never even knew that Chalistea was missing. I never knew until she was found. And the same goes for Emily Pike, and Emily Pike went missing 2 miles from my home.
Emily Pike, a 14-year-old girl and member of the San Carlos Apache tribe, was found dead near Globe last February after disappearing from a group home in Mesa. Her murder remains unsolved, but sparked the creation of the Turquoise Alert, a public notification that is sent out to find endangered individuals under the age of 65.
I don't believe that it has turned out to be exactly what people expected it would be.
A Turquoise Alert was never issued for Tia, and advocates say it's unclear if she would have qualified. According to the Arizona Department of Public Safety, which issues these alerts, no formal request was made for a Turquoise Alert by the investigating agency. And I reached out to the White Mountain Apache tribe and their police department there, but they did not return my calls or messages. Anyone with information about this case is asked to contact the Bureau of Indian Affairs. We have that contact information on our website, 12news.com. In studio, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
On this vote, the ayes are 60, the nays are 40. The bill as amended is passed.
Well, just a few hours ago, that was the scene in Washington, the Senate taking a major step to end the government shutdown. The Senate passing a spending bill that will fund the government through January, where Congress will need to either pass another bill or risk another shutdown. The Senate voting, as you heard, 60-40 to advance the bill, with these 8 Democrat and independent senators voting with Republicans to reopen the government. Democratic Arizona Senators Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego voted no. The bill reopens the government, extends WIC and SNAP funding, stabilizes air travel, and funds disaster relief. Notably, it does not extend health care subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, which is what prompted the shutdown in the first place. Now the bill heads to the House, which could vote as early as Wednesday. The president has said he will sign the bill as soon as it reaches his desk.
And although the shutdown appears close to ending, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs announced an additional $1.8 million will go towards Arizona food banks and SNAP funds. The majority of the money will go to the Arizona Food Bank Network. $300,000 will go to the Food Bucks Now program, which gives SNAP recipients vouchers so they can purchase produce at local markets and community grocery stores.
If you have been to a grocery store lately, you're probably well aware that beef prices are still up. According to federal data, they're up 13% over last year. And some local businesses have had to increase prices to keep up.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono is joining us live in Phoenix after hearing from one of those businesses. And what did they tell you, Bianca?
Yeah, Taco Boys is a popular taco shop with multiple locations across the valley, and they tell me they recently had to raise the price of carne asada to account for the rising cost of beef industry-wide. While consumers may not like the higher price tag, I also talked to an Arizona cattle rancher who believes this increase is long overdue. Sizzling over an open fire of mesquite charcoal is one of Taco Boy's most popular meats.
Everything we cook here is with love.
It's carne asada, perfectly marinated, thinly sliced beef. But as manager Jose Maciel explains, with the cost of beef increasing more than 13% compared to last year, Taco Boy's has had to raise its prices too.
It's part of owning a business. Eventually, you're gonna have to face challenges like this, but we're kind of ready for it.
Their decision explained in a sign now displayed on their counters, advising customers that carne asada items are now 49 to 99 cents more expensive due to recent increases in beef costs.
When they raise the price, we kind of lose, but we found the right price where we could break even.
It's kind of a blessing that it's gone up.
Tim Peterson offers a unique perspective, a first-generation cattle rancher in Camp Verde who founded Arizona Grass-Raised Beef about 15 years ago.
Specifically in Arizona, since the late 90s and into the 2000s, we're losing a lot of cattle ranchers. We're losing a lot of cattle ranches because honestly, there just really hasn't been a lot of money to be made in raising beef.
He says he used to run around 60,000 head of cattle per year. Today, that number is down to 25,000. Drought across the country and limitations on grazing on public lands has made his already challenging industry even tougher.
Is it too high? I really can't give you an opinion on that, but I know that, a new truck today is, $85,000, and horseshoes are more expensive today. Hay's more expensive. Everything we do to run a ranch is a lot more expensive today.
But demand for beef continues to rise. And though ranchers have little control over the prices consumers pay, Peterson supports the higher price tags.
We're kind of standing our ground and saying, hey, we don't think these cattle prices are too high. We're actually starting to make some money in the business, which is going to keep more people in the business.
Maciel says so far most customers have been understanding, and they're still offering a discounted deal on Taco Tuesday, hoping their price increase is small enough to keep customers happy, but significant enough to keep their doors open.
We didn't raise it that much, but just enough to win and, help out everybody so everyone eats. And to save money, Peterson recommends buying beef in bulk directly from local ranchers if you can. He says a long-term solution that could benefit everyone, build more processing facilities locally here in Arizona. We're live in Phoenix. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you. Well, after what seems like weeks of beautiful weather, we could have some changes on the horizon.
And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Meteorologist Chris Dunn is here. And Chris, every once in a while, it's kind of nice to see cool and rainy days.
Yeah, and a lot of folks here in Arizona think that rainy days is beautiful weather. And look at this. A lot of folks have been waiting for the feel of fall. We'll be in the mid-80s through Thursday, and then we drop off to a high of 68 degrees on Saturday, along with that chance of rain. So we have more days on the way, more warm days on the way. Big pattern change coming up this weekend. Chance of rain, the best chance of rain coming in on Friday, and some Saturday showers as well. And this is a brand new run of the computer forecast models that we analyzed back in the Weather Center. This is one that you have not seen on the air yet. And this continues this trend of the storm riding down the west coast and then moving closer to Arizona. The previous run had this low kind of moving through central Arizona, dropping down a little bit farther to the south. That also goes in line with the other Futurecast model that we run. And if it does that and it slows down a little bit, that means more rain for us in the valley and lasting a little bit longer. So as we go through time, Friday into Saturday, that's the when. The impact will be widespread rain, turning much cooler this weekend. What you need to know is that a change is coming, so keep checking back for the very latest. I'll have my thoughts on what's going to happen this weekend with this storm system and what you can expect, how it's going to impact you coming up, and along with some snow for the high country.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Chris. Thank you. New at 10, Peoria police are investigating after someone fired shots into an apartment complex. Officers are calling it a drive-by shooting, saying that it happened at a complex near 91st Avenue and Peoria Avenue. Fortunately, no one inside was hit, but the building itself was struck by gunfire. We're working to learn more about if police have a description of the suspect, but at this time, officers say they are still investigating.
Tonight, we're getting our first look at the case of a 17-year-old girl killed over the weekend in the West Valley. Avondale police tell us at about 6 o'clock Saturday morning, officers went to an apartment after getting reports that a female had been shot. She was taken to a hospital where she died. Rihanna Kemplin's mother posting on a fundraising website tonight that her daughter was shot while she was asleep. We talked to friends who told us that Rihanna was loved by everyone.
There's less light in the world. She was, even teachers that only knew her from the start of this year were even grieving. I was seeing so many broken faces and so many broken hearts today because of what happened to her.
No information on a suspect. Authorities say no one has been booked in connection with the case.